Tell me about your holidays during these years.
Well, holidays with my family, those spent mostly at Kirra. My father and mother would always book a particular house at Kirra. And those days, of course, Kirra had dunes, which were, you had to climb over the dunes to get to the main beach. And but they were good because I enjoyed them and my sister enjoyed them because you could roll down the dunes, and they also were covered with grass, a particular grass that grew along the beaches, very strong grasses, and but they cut them all down so that people could come and tent there, which I think was a shame. But we always spent our time at Kirra.
Then this house was on the Esplanade.
It wasn't, no, it was off the main road, but it was a very short walk to the main beach, and we used to swim there.
How did you get to Kirra?
Oh, by train from South Brisbane, and we'd go from South Brisbane to a junction. I can't think of the name of it. No,
Right.
I can't think of the name of it. And then our train would shunt, carriages would be shunted off, and the rest of the train would go to Southport, and we'd go on to Coolangatta. And then from Coolangatta we'd get a taxi to take us to Kirra.
So your train would go down to Coolangatta.
Yes, and end up at Tweed Heads. That was the terminus of the train. But my father liked a lot of walking, so early in the morning he'd get up and he'd walk around the beaches. Once him and my brother walked to Currumbin and back. I walked along the beach a long time with him. Every night we would all walk from Kirra to Tweed Heads and back again. And it was a good walk. We enjoyed it. And often we used to walk around the headlands, like around the rocks of Point Danger, around there. You'd just have to wait until the wave had gone over the rocks, and then we'd walk around the rocks, and eventually we'd climb up the top of Point Danger and then walk from Point Danger back to Kirra. It was a real walking holiday. I can remember the fishermen. They used to watch the shoals of fish coming along from the headlands, and then they'd come down with their boats and row out in the water and catch all the fish, and people would come down and help them haul in the fish, and as children, any fish that escaped the nets, the children could pick up and catch. But it was very hard to catch a fish that was trying to escape. But one of the things was that I can remember sharks being in the fish, in the nets. And
Big sharks?
Yes, and when they hauled them onto the beach, they'd kill the sharks. So, and I can remember seeing kids sitting on sharks and things, but they were all dead. But that was something that, having not seen a shark so close as a child, to see a shark there with its big teeth and everything. And yes, so you always got fresh fish when the fishermen brought the fish in. It was mostly mullet, but yes, they were quite good.
And they were happy to give you the fish.
Oh, yes. Matter of fact, if you helped them, the men helped them bring in the fish, the nets, they would give them some fish. So we practically lived on fish while we were on holidays.